We are recording. If you hear like noise in the background, sorry, Connor's cutting up our pizza, so low-key really excited about that for when we're done with this. But hopefully we can keep this short, sweet, and to the point. I'm gonna talk kind of fast, but I do have a lot to say, and I think we both have a lot to say. I want to open with this little quote because it's going to really connect with kind of what we're talking about tonight. So it says, let your frustrations be the fuel to your fire. And I think that we get so frustrated that our enrollments aren't where we want them to be, or we get so frustrated that something isn't working, or that life is happening, or that our kids are having a bad day, or whatever it is. And we let that get in the way of our business and our promotion. Connor's like hyping me up right now in the background. But we let that get in the way of the way that we work our business. And ultimately, that's what we talk about all the time with not using your why as your excuse, right? But I really want you to not only not use it as your excuse to not work, but even more so to use it to fire you up and to work even harder in your business, because you never know what is going to happen. So I want to start by prefacing this, as always, when we are going to have red talks, that this is going to offend some of you. Some of you are going to feel real upset after this Zoom, and all I have to say is if the shoe fits, that's something you need to look at. I love you and I'm here for you, and let's have a conversation if that's how you feel. Otherwise, you're going to feel super fired up after this, excited, and ready to run with us. There's always one of two people, and I'm sorry, truly, if I offend you, but I am here. We are here to lead you to success, and I just want to remind you guys of that my job isn't to stroke your ego. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to help you build the dream that you started this for. I'm here to help you promote, so that you can do the things that you want to do in this, because absolutely anything is possible. So always coming from a place of love. I don't want you to ever feel like that we're pointing the finger at you. If we ever bring things up, it's because, number one, it needs to be said, so much so that we felt like it needed to be said on a Zoom, but also because we've been through it. We've been there. So all of that said,
I fucking love you.
Oh my God, I love you too. Go, you're embarrassing me. Okay. So, how are we going to start September off strong? Number one, first and foremost, is start charting now. We only have a couple hours left before everything closes out tonight, and I know Nat's going to touch on that in a little bit, so I'm not going to touch too much on everything that ends tonight. But keep in mind that everything does cut off midnight Eastern time, okay? So after that point, which is 9 p.m. here in an hour, I'm starting to focus on September, because that's where we're already at. Just because the day hasn't transitioned, like, I'm still working until it's my clock off hour. So start charting now for what you still need come September, October, as we go through phase 2 and phase 3 of the push, so that you know exactly what you and your team collectively need to pull together, right? The other thing is game plan with your team right now. There's no reason to wait until the 25th. One of the most annoying things as a distributor, and I guarantee you every single one of you can vouch for this if you've ever had this happen to you. I'm not this leader, so I hope that none of you can say this about me, but is reaching out to people on the 25th of the month, and I haven't heard from you all freaking month. If you as a leader are only reaching out to your team on the 1st and the 25th of the month, they're going to feel like you're just reaching out to them because you need them to pull in that weight or whatever. No, you're happening, your promotion, with them or without them. You want it to be with them, and you guys are going to do it together as a team effort. I really want to stress that when you look at your charts, it's not what just you need to pull in. You absolutely can do it by yourself. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if you are boxed for Ruby and no one on your team is working, you can't go Ruby. I did it. So that shouldn't stop you. But what I'm saying is, if you have people working, run with them. Let them go with you and make it so much more fun and so much easier and so much more enjoyable for absolutely everyone. So I have scripts that some of you have already asked me for, and we've already gone over and had you send to your team. But I have specific messages that you can send to people. If you have working distributors on your team, maybe you're a little bit more of a seasoned distributor, you're boxed for diamond, emerald, whatever. And I have a message that you can send to your 500 boxes, your executive boxes, your rubies, your emeralds, just starting that conversation. And I'm just going to teach you and show you how to start to lead your team and check in with them. So number one, you're actually having a normal conversation with them and seeing how they are as a human being. But you're also talking to them about, okay, let's get serious about what you want to accomplish this month. You know, what are your September goals? What are your goals come the end of this 90-day push? And just really seeing where you guys are at and being like, okay, well, you know what? I feel like I need more accountability in this area. And if I need accountability there, I'm sure you do too. You want to just like for the next week, hold each other accountable. And every time we get a hap up, like text each other and be like hap or whatever, and we can cheer each other on that way and make sure that we're getting our messages out. Like, don't be afraid to ask other distributors on the team that question, because I can't tell you how many times I would sit there and text Nat or really anyone on this team and be like, yo, I do not want to send messages right now. Like, will you send 30 with me? Because if you don't, I'm literally not going to, and we have to. So let's do it. And we will always get it done together. And that is what is so cool about this, is that as much as much as it is individual, it is such a team effort. And we truly are one team, one mission. And we're going to get into that too in a little bit. But get serious about what your goals are, not only just yours, but also your team's. And then if you need help, like figuring out charting stuff, come to me. I'm more than happy to have a one-on-one Zoom with you and your downline, or just you and me. Or if you have one girl that maybe needs a little bit extra hand holding and just needs a little bit extra explanation, and some things just aren't clicking, maybe they just need to hear it from somebody else, from Nat, from me, from whatever. Maybe it's a training that we can send them. Just getting someone else's insight is really huge too. So I heard a quote on this book that I was listening to. You guys know that I've been raving about the 5 a.m. club. Try to be quiet. Sorry, you guys. I know he's being loud. I heard this quote in this book because I was reading it earlier, and he said, everything we once found hard, we now find easy. It's all about perseverance. And I just immediately thought of even simple things like riding a bike, learning how to swim, I don't know, literally anything, learning how to do this business, like learning how to talk to people, learning how to fall in love and stay in a relationship. Marriage is hard. We get on each other all the time, but we love each other so much. And that is a relationship that you have to work on. Friendships are something that you have to work on and evolutionize. And so it all coincides, but oh, that's oil too. You better pick that up. Hurry, or it's going to seep into the wood.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, we have a lot happening in the Huffman house right now. Otis, no, that'll make you sick. Come here. Connor, grab the dog.
Go on, get. Hey.
Okay, we are totally a mess right now. The next thing is, so when Nat and I were talking and prepping for this Zoom today, we were kind of just looking over the phase 1, part 1, phase 1, part 2, and per, expectation, I should say, for lack of better words, there's always a dip in activity. So that's something that we projected for, but it's something that we need to talk about. And that's why this is coming up so much. And if you're new and have no clue what I'm talking about, just kind of like check out of this portion for a second. But if you are in the push and know what I'm talking about, if you're in that page, which we hope everyone is, you need to listen up. So I'm going to be really frank about this, and this is not directed towards anyone. And again, I just want you to take a hard look in the mirror, and if it doesn't relate to you, it doesn't relate to you, and that's a good thing. If you are doing a half-assed job, you can expect zero effort from your team and a paycheck that you're going to be really bummed about because you know that you could do better. And it always sucks, and I've been there, you guys, when it comes month end and you're like, wow, I should have and could have worked so much harder than I did, and I wasted so much time. And I just kissed away a promotion because I decided to go party with my friends or to go out to dinner 4 times when I didn't need to, or do anything, watch TV, when I should have been working my business, or just scrolling and getting in a scroll hole and not realizing that I just wasted 2 hours when I could have been working my business. Now, there is 2 sides of this. You have to be careful, bro. You have to be careful about, you're making me lose my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, you guys, you don't want to feel bummed when it comes the end of the month. So we don't come up with these activities and these things for you to do just for fun. We are showing you guys what it takes to go diamond. And it's not just, I can post 1 thing or 2 things or do 1 thing a day and this business is going to. We show you all of these tasks every day because all of them need to be done every day. And Connor and I have broken down the math multiple times. Just throw it away. Connor and I have broken down the math multiple times, and it literally should not take you more than 3 hours a day, including self-development and or the training video, to complete the stuff that we're telling you to complete. You can, of course, go above and beyond, right? And a lot of you, if we're working on schedules together, we may have blocked out 4 to 6 hours for you to work on your business, right? That means getting more haps up. That means adding more people to your potentials list. So just think about, if, am I giving this all that I have? And no one can answer that question for you. I'm not here to tell you guys that you're not doing enough. I'm not. I'm not here to tell you that you are doing enough. It takes what it takes, and you getting to where you want to go and where you are comfortable at is entirely up to you. I can't make that decision for you. So I just want you to really look at, are you being a crap magnet with your business, or are you trusting the process and just doing the things? So I want to shout out Jamie for a second, per usual. Little Miss Brown Nose over here, but she listens to instruction, and oh my God, does it pay off. This girl followed her training from day 1 and has been freaking killing it. There are months, you guys, where she enrolled 20 plus customers, and literally in the last 2 hours, she's gotten over 30 haps up just by doing what Nat suggested on the live video that she posted in the push earlier. And it is literally that simple. When we talk about duplication and showing your team how to work this, it is as simple as Nat telling me, hey, I did this, it really worked. I'm like, perfect, share that with the team. She gets on, shares it with y'all, you do it, and it works. And then we are all enrolling more. And that's going back to one team, one mission. We are all here to help each other. If you have something that is popping off, we need to know about it, regardless of what it is, because this is a team effort. You can't go presidential diamond by yourself. So we've got to do it together. We've got to show each other, bring all of our insights together, mastermind together, or this will never work. You know what I'm saying? So Jamie, good job. And you guys, seriously, if you haven't done that yet, go do it. I'm sure more of you have done it. And if it's popping off, I want to know that. We want to share that win with you, regardless of who it is or what it is. Like, just text me, even if you just want to share a win with somebody and be like, oh my God, I just got my first tap up today. I was feeling like crap and I'm so excited. I'm going to go get 5 more up, right? Like, let's do that together. Okay, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, the one last thing that I wanted to touch on, and I was kind of, I don't want to say bummed, that wasn't the right word, but like taken aback, I don't know, caught off guard when I saw this response in the SurveyMonkey. So you guys know that we do Survey Monkeys every month. Basically, that's an anonymous survey that I send out towards like the 25th of every month, just asking how you guys are feeling. Give us feedback on the push. Give us feedback on the team page. What are you liking? What are you not liking? Do you need more one-on-ones? What do you want to see on Zooms? Like, we want to know all of the things because we want to constantly be providing the best content for you guys and making sure that we truly are doing our jobs of making you successful in this. But there was a response that said, I want less Zoom meetings. And I was caught off guard by this for 2 reasons. Number one, all of the Zooms are optional, y'all. No one's forcing you to be here. No one's forcing you to work your business every day. Number two, we are offering you an opportunity on a Zoom, not just me, every leader, every YouTube video that you watch, an opportunity for you to learn and to grow and to see what's working for people that are higher up in ranks than you. The reason that I teach you guys is because I'm a double diamond. That's not a super celebrity status. You could be, and I was Zooming with you guys when I was a Ruby. But point being, you have to look at someone that is where you want to be. And if diamond or double is something that you look up to, start listening to what we're telling you. If you want to be presidential, go find a presidential diamond that you're like, oh my God, I totally resonate with her and she's exactly where I want to be in this business. And you start doing and implementing everything that they talk about. Because you don't need to fix what's not broke. This business is not something that you need to reinvent the wheel with. We give you all the tools and it's so simple. Stay positive, help other people, do your daily tasks. That's it. We overcomplicate it so much and make it this like big thing or like a chore. And I really want you to be excited about it. This is fun. Like I honestly have so much fun training you guys. I know I'm like passionate and I spit fire and I'm like, yes, yes. And it seems like maybe I'm like totally like bashing on you guys, but it's just because I'm excited. Like you're gonna see my face get super red. I'm literally dripping sweat right now. Like I get hyped about this and it makes me so stoked. Same thing when I message people. When I get an enrollment, same way. I start dripping sweat. Connor and I will literally dance here in the kitchen, like sweet DT dance, whatever it is. You have to get excited about what you're doing and you have to let your team feel that excitement. I don't get embarrassed about that because I hope that somebody else sees that and is like, yeah, I'm going to go get a hap up too. Cause like, I want to feel that. I want that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So if you're asking for less meetings, sister, you best check yourself. Not for me, for you. Do you not want to level up? Do you not want to learn? These are totally optional. And you guys, the best part about them is 99.9% of them are recorded. If you can't be on the live, girl, that's okay. We all got lives. We all got kids. Somebody's crying. That's fine. You don't need to be on the live. Stop stressing yourself out about it. But watch the replay. Make it a priority to still learn what you missed out on that night. It's that simple. So really just ask yourself those questions. But overall, you guys, I am so stinking proud of you. I'm so proud of what we've accomplished this month. The people that are stepping up, it's obvious. You guys, Connor can even tell, and he's not even freaking working, who's killing it and who's not. He'll come home from work and be like, damn, who's this chick? Like, she's on fire. She got like 12 haps up today. Is that normal? You know what I mean? Like, he'll come up and ask me these questions, and that's so cool. Like, I want you to be that person, and I want you to want to be that person that is being noticed because you're working so hard. Very little people are willing to do what it takes, and we talk about this all the time, to go diamond and above. So are you willing to do what it takes? Because I will show up every day and show you what it takes if you'll meet me halfway. If you'll show up at 5 a.m., I'll meet you there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Nat, you want to take it away?
Yeah, okay. So I have a couple of different subjects. So my first one is, why is it important to be consistent? Not just the first week and the last week of the month, but literally the entire month. Sounds a little silly, but like Lex said, we've noticed that drop in the push, and it's kind of obvious. You know, the first week is obviously everyone go ham, we're all hyped up, like everyone's so excited. And then it comes the last week and we're kind of like the same way. And we have so many incentives out right now from the company. But then it's like the middle of the month, you can just tell like everything starts to die down. And it's like Lex and I put so much work and effort into every single one of the posts for the day. And it's just, we don't do it for fun. Like we do it so that everybody can succeed in different ways and just ways that have worked for us. And I really hope everyone can hear me okay because I'm on my earphones. But basically you want to, it just like being consistent develops, what did I write here? I can't even read my own writing. Develops routines and builds momentum. This forms habits for you guys. So as things get like just familiarized in your brain and you're like, okay, I have this 6 stuff to do today. Like it just becomes a habit. I'm really sorry. There's a lot of people around me. It just becomes a habit. And so I made this little example, like, kind of like drop in the chat, what is one major goal that you guys want to succeed? Like I'm dead serious, drop in the chat, because for myself, it's that I want to have my own home and then I want to be able to provide for my kid and not worry about money. So that's a huge goal for me. But I'm not going to get there unless I take myself there, unless I take my team there, unless I do the work and I put everything in there. And I actually want to know like what you guys' goals are. So I see some people putting in there, but literally I want everybody to put a giant goal in there that you're scared of even admitting that that is a goal for you. This requires like blood, sweat, and tears essentially. You know, there are times you're going to cry when you do X, Y, and Z, you miss a promotion or you don't work as hard as you think you did. And maybe enrollments aren't there or whatever. There are times that you're going to be like, I feel like I've worked all day and got absolutely nothing done. Well, we got to figure out how to kind of make your schedule and your task list a little bit different per each day. For myself, I started picking up shifts at the hospital again. So I'm trying to reteach myself how to go through a 12-hour shift and implement work little bits here and there and here and there. So it's super important to stay consistent, not only in everything that you're doing with your business, but working what you're doing, your schedule and your task list. If your days look the same pretty much every day, I'm really jealous, but like you have a better idea of what your schedule and your tasks list could be. For myself, like I said, putting in all the time with Chunky and like spending a lot of time with him, being a mom, taking care of all my 80 siblings and all the above, X, Y, and Z, working 12-hour shifts. Like it's harder for me to find a schedule that works best for me. So the night before, it's super crucial that I go to my whiteboard and I put down what I'm doing. I put down all the things I need to be doing. And I always schedule little breaks for myself. I do power hours, like to myself. I do all the things. And it just helps me. I learned this verse, clear your purpose. And I really loved that because for myself, like I have to remember what I'm shooting for. I have to remember what I'm going for. And so getting familiar with your why and all the things you need to be doing, how to do it, task list and schedule is so super important. It's not even funny. And like, it's just like kind of point blank, like I can't stress it enough. If you guys need help with how to like make a schedule or a task list or whatever, Lex and myself are like totally available. And I may not be your upline, but I am literally so available. It's disgusting. I don't even know what day it was. All day today I was calling it Sunday. And finally Alexa was like, you do know it's Monday, right? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Today's canceled. So like, I don't even know what day it is. I never know what time it is, like X, Y, and Z. So if you guys need help, I'm more than willing to jump on a Zoom. Lex is more than willing to jump on a Zoom. If you just like have no idea how to incorporate your job or your part-time job or your babysitting job or whatever job you do and your work schedule, like I'm more than available for that. But you guys, everyone can hear me. But anyways, on here I did write consistency with your schedule and your tasks list. It lets your body and your mind get familiarized with what to expect and how to do it. And I thought for myself that was huge because I never really realized that. Every day I know exactly what to do, but every day is so different for me that it's so super important that I write it down. And I'm familiar with what I need to do. It's more of how to handle my time and manage my time that I need to continue to figure out for each day. And then, like I said, clear your purpose, and it helps you identify crunch times and adds time for the unexpected. So for myself, I do 1 straight hour of X, Y, and Z for the business, and then the next hour I do a break. Now, there are some days where I find myself taking 2-hour breaks, and I'm like, oh, geez, I missed that whole hour that I was working. So then I have to take away a break down here and implement that hour down here because I didn't actually do anything. So you know, we're not all perfect. It's all totally learning. And like I said, our arms are more than open to help you guys out with that. And then the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about, is getting really excited about your business. Like we talk about this at the beginning of every month, but it's not nearly said enough like throughout the month. But it's something that is so important for you, because without you working and your team working and your team understanding what to doing, and us as leaders, it's so super crucial that we understand that we need to help everyone out. Guys are being really loud. Sorry, I'm losing train of thought. Tonight's just not the night. I thought it was Sunday. Let's go back to Sunday. Anyways, oh my gosh, you guys, please. I literally don't know where I was just at. And I had this really great idea coming up, and I have zero idea. Let me read my notes. Hold on. Oh, I was talking about getting excited about your business again. Sorry, I'm such a mess. Okay, getting excited about your business. So if your team, like Lex said, tonight is the night to start charting. Like talk to your team. Like, what do you guys want for next month? How are we doing this? This is our literal last month of the push, which is our end of our 90 days. And Lex put in a poll on the push page. If you haven't already voted in that, go vote in that. And I need you to like stop and ask yourself, what is my true answer? Because nobody's here to lie. Like there's no reason that you should be like, oh, I didn't do as best as I could have. But then you go click, I'm so proud of myself, fired up, exactly, da 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 da. But you're not actually, like, you're only lying to yourself. Like I myself, there are times I could have done better. So I'm probably going to go vote that there are times I could have done better, because there are. Like I could have prepped myself a lot better for this call and not been around 500 people right now. But you know what? Life's life. And so you don't have to, nobody, like, I always use this term, like, you don't have to lie to kick it. Like, you don't have to lie to be on the team. Like, just be honest with yourself. Go in there and do that, and just remind yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why am I here? Who is looking up to me and who needs my help? Like, another thing I have is like commit to your why. And so if you get personal with yourself, like if your why doesn't literally either freak you out, you're sweating completely, you're gonna cry, or you just don't even believe the things you wrote down as your why, like your why is not strong enough. Okay, your why is not to the point enough. It's, I want to build a house and have a car. No ma'am, no you don't. Okay, you want to be debt free, you want to build your house with X amount of money, like not have to worry about amount of money. You want your dream bathroom, which is this, and a farm sink. And I'm learning all these terms from things I can't afford, but one day will. You know what I mean? Like, I want one of those big old GMC cars that, like, you know, those moms are whipping around in like the nice neighborhoods and stuff. Yeah, I want one of those. Okay, I don't even know what they're called, but those are like the things that I wrote down for myself. And I'm over here like, oh, I can see myself whipping in that. Well, obviously, if I can see myself doing that, like, it's not big enough for me. Ma'am, I want a boat. I don't actually want a boat. Okay, I'm probably gonna like accidentally run somebody over. But moral of the story is, get personal with yourself, make yourself cry with the thought of it, or like freak out that like, I'm never gonna get that. Oh, you're gonna get that. You just have to work for it. I can't give you a boat. I can't give you those GMC mom cars. I can't give you the house that you want to build, your farm sink and some gas stove and all the above. Like, I can't give you that. You have to work for those. Anyways, I also put, like, if you need reminders for yourself why you're doing this, put up sticky notes around your house. My bathroom mirror, my mom asked if she could take all the sticky notes off of it so she could see the left side of her head. And I was like, the left side of your head is literally fine. You're going to be just great. And the answer is no. If you touch my sticky notes, I will headbutt you. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just not going to happen. Anyways, so those are kind of all my things. Kind of back to getting excited about your business. Like, set realistic goals for yourself. Be direct. And that's just either like, whether that's us with you, we're trying our best to be, I don't want to say red, but it's almost like the same as saying direct. And if you guys need help, you know, I can't read your minds, Lex can't read your minds. I say this all the time, but like, be direct, just ask for help. Like, hey, I need a one-on-one. I have no idea what I'm doing. How do I get back on track? How do I do all these things? Or how do I work my business, or whatever it is. If you're new, please ask a gazillion questions. You are never going to get old of asking questions, because there are still times where I ask questions like 500 a day. You can ask Alexa, she probably wants to block my number. But that celebrate your small wins. I always say that. And then highlight or keep track throughout the day what works best for you and what works best at what time. For myself, I find myself waking up early and like controlling my morning, doing my self-development, my journaling, my book, all the above, and then going straight to work works best for me, because I'm in that mindset. Now, tomorrow I have to work at 9 a.m. So I know that I have to either be up at 5 a.m. if I want to do all that stuff, or really figure out how to schedule my day. there's a couple last things I wanted to mention. So like Lex said, I think there's only, I don't know what time it is right now. Whatever time it is, 30 minutes. There's 30 minutes left for the $49 kits in the BOGO. But Mark put on his IG today. If anyone has him on IG, if you don't follow him right now, Mark put on his IG that there's a small countdown for a huge announcement. So sometime tomorrow morning, and I know we're all in different time zones, but sometime tomorrow morning, he's going to drop something, and he keeps hinting at what it is. And I'm excited because, I mean, obviously if they were going to, I feel like if they were going to extend what's going on right now, they would have said it tonight, but you never know. And you have a gazillion potentials that you just made for all the $49 kits. So who knows tomorrow, like, yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, you'll get notified on your Connect app. So make sure you have that signed in, because I know for myself it signs me out a lot. So make sure you're signed in. And then I also wanted to bring up, this is the fun part. I also wanted to bring up that Lex and I have decided we're going to bring back an incentive for the end of next month. So everyone says they like incentives and that, you know, obviously getting whatever is cool, and you're like, I worked the hardest, or I did this, or whatever, but this is going to be a little different this time. So Lex and I are, here's a tip: if you haven't engaged in the last week of the push page, go back and engage in it. But next month, also throughout the push, if you engage every single day, there's a certain amount of things you're going to be getting for as far as a point system goes. And Lex and I are going to be determining who has the most points at the end, and we are going to incentivize y'all. So we're really excited to bring that back, because due to everything going on previously, we felt like it just wasn't, like, I don't really know how to put it, more of like, we weren't working hard enough to do it as a team and as a whole, because I can tell you that as a whole and as a team, we were kind of slacking. But we have so much new potential and so many new ideas and all the above. So we're really excited to bring it back and just give you guys something as a reward for your hard work. And then, let's see here. I want to see if there's anything I'm forgetting. As far as everything else goes, I don't think there's anything forgetting, but not forgetting her. But what I did want to end on was this quote I found. It says, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you have now was once among the things you hoped for." And I really liked that quote. I have no idea how to pronounce the person that said it, but it's like Icarus, something like that. Anyways, I really liked that, because I think to myself, like, I'm here at like an arcade place tonight, and I was able to purchase the food and all the above. And I think to myself, like, I would have never taken the time to come to an arcade place with Kirsten and Zayden tonight, because I just would have been like, sorry, I'm broke, like I can't do that, or sorry, I don't have enough money to do that, or whatever. But I'm thanking myself, because this is something that I'm just able to do now. Like, I have the time, I have the energy, and like the want to do these fun things with them. So moral of the story again is, go back this week if you haven't participated in the push. And then for the next month, like, let's get serious, because it's the end of our 90-day push. And if you guys are serious about your promotions and you need whatever it is that your why is, like, this is the month to get yourself serious. And if you're not sure how to, like, message Lex or me, and we'll be there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a couple notes that I saw that I forgot to add. One thing that I really wanted to, because your whole consistency portion was so good, and it was so like different than what I was thinking or expecting that you were going to talk about. So I'm so glad that you did, because it was perfect. I wanted to add too that consistency is so huge for your potentials to see, like, especially distributors, you guys, with posts and with messaging and all the things. I want to really drill into your heads that we don't message to get responses. If you do, and if it's positive, that's just an added bonus. What we're really messaging for is to be in people's DMs, to make them think of us, and they're going to immediately go look at your page. What are they going to see if you're not posting? If they do go there and they see all your posts, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I had a girl that I started following, and I just like liked one of her pictures. She ended up going to one of my pages after I sent her a product tester script, said she was super excited about it, and actually just applied to become a distributor. So I need to go look at her application. But it's just little things like that. So make sure that you're consistent every day, not only for just all the things that Nat talked about, but just so that your potentials can see that too. Also in using your products so that you can get your own results. That's really huge. And then, yeah, I really want to reiterate that you guys, as much as it may feel like we're giving you some crap for not interacting or whatever, or, you know, whatever it may feel like, I want you to know that we are pushing you and encouraging you because we really want you guys to level up. And why we're so excited about bringing the incentives back is because you guys have earned them. And I don't want you to think of it as like it was taken away necessarily, but at the same time, it was just something that, you know, we are spending. I hope that you guys know this is not something that's paid for by corporate. Like, this is out of our own pockets. And so when we were doing $200, $300 prizes for you guys, that's literally just $100 from each of our paychecks, the money that we are personally making, to provide you guys with something because you have worked so hard. And when it was going to people who were getting points just for showing up on a Zoom and no one was working, it's kind of like, is that really, I don't want to say worth it, but it's just, we have to meet each other in the middle. And I can't be, you know, that could go towards something else and giving back to a charity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be putting that into the Gives Back program from our check versus just trying to spoil you guys, because that's something that we love to do. So I'm really excited that these are coming back. I really want you guys to pat yourselves on the back and to be really proud of the fact that we are so excited to start supporting you guys again in that way. The other thing that I wanted to touch on with consistency is it's kind of ironic because not only with the push and enrollments, but with HAPS, we get a lot up the first week and a lot up the end of the month. For example, we had almost 200 HAPS go up between like 2 p.m. and now. So that's a little bit ridiculous because before that we hadn't even barely gotten over 500, and that's been the whole month. And we did almost 200 in like 4 hours. So what we need to look at too is, why is there that inconsistency? Are we just not messaging for HAPS? Are we not making posts about HAPS? Are we not blasting the giveaway enough on our page? So I really want you guys to focus on too, utilizing this giveaway. The easiest way to grow your network, the easiest way to grow your potential list without having to send 500 messages a day is to get HAPS up. People are going to be reaching out to you. People are commenting on a post because they love coffee and want to lose weight, because they want to make extra money, because they want to grow out their hair. Like, how much easier could your job get? You know what I'm saying? So utilize HAPS. Again, thank you guys for pitching in on those. We are extending this one into September because I really want to give you guys the opportunity to utilize this. People love cash, and I really want to see what we can do. Let's make a huge, hefty goal for ourselves, right? I wrote down the number 2,500. By the end of September, I want us to have 2,500 HAPS up as a team. That's literally, you guys, like 2 HAPS a day per person. Okay, that's literally nothing. And our goal is 10 to 20 a day, right? So consistency is that in that as well. But outside of that, I just, again, really want to reiterate that we are so stinking proud of you guys. A lot of you have been stepping up like crazy, asking how you can improve, asking the right questions, hopping on the calls, participating in the pushes. And if that's you, you really should be giving yourself a pat on the back because you deserve it. And I'm so excited for you to see what your paycheck looks like at the end of this 90 days come October, because your holiday paychecks are going to be real sweet if you're working hard right now. And if you're not, I can promise you, you're going to be disappointed come Christmas. So where do you want to be come the holiday season? What do you want your Christmas paycheck to look like for your families? Because that's what you're working for right now. Okay. Homework assignment. So y'all said that you want more reminders. Here's your reminder. Leaders Eat Last. We're going to be through chapter 13 by next Monday. So through chapter 13. And if you guys have any questions, let us know. But outside of that, I just, again, am seriously so thankful for each and every one of you. I am thankful that you show up every day and choose to work your business. And I'm just excited to be a part of this with you guys. Like, we have such an incredible team, and the community that we've built here, I know I've been talking about it on like all of our recent Zooms, but it's just such a cool community and such a good group of men and women that we have here, mainly women. But I love you guys to absolute bits, and I just appreciate you. So have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow on first day of phase 2.